I know you get this all the time, but it is an amazing privilege, and I have nothing but the deepest and fondest admiration for you.
Just don't watch his King's Quest reviews.
Don't watch my channel. Anyway, so early adventure games are kind of known for having sort of brutal design. I mean, there are a lot of dead ends, there are a lot of deaths, there are a lot of, don't poke your nose in that, we'll slap you on the wrist kind of thing. King's Quest certainly had that, but ironically, like Phantasmagoria was a game that was intended for mature audiences, but was a snap and had like almost none of that. So how has your game design philosophy changed over the years? Have you softened on, the slap on the wrist thing, or are you still hardcore old school?
When you mean slap on the wrist or old school, are you saying just being sort of brutal with having you die for no reason or small reasons or harder puzzles or what do you mean?
I'm thinking like throw a boot at a cat that's on screen for 3 seconds and only once ever kind of brutal.
Some of those things, I think the boot at the cat, I think that was done by a programmer, that particular one. Sometimes the programmers would do things like that, and I don't know, Easter eggs or whatever that they thought was funny, and I didn't always know about those. But I think when you're first starting out and doing something that nobody's ever really done before, and you're sort of the person in a way that's inventing this. I didn't invent anything by myself. I mean, there were others, Zork and, Infocom and others that were also trying to figure out the adventure game genre in the early days. And there were fits and starts because nobody had ever really done it before except Crowther and Woods. So it was, what is too hard, what is too easy, what is stupid, what is smart, what is exactly a puzzle. I mean, what should it be, what kind of audience or customer base are we designing for? Because you also have to think about that. Who am I designing this for? And so I always had to have in my mind the person or a group of people that I'm designing for, and for King's Quest, to me, it was more families. So it could be anybody from a young child, maybe sitting on mommy or daddy's lap, or older 8-year-old, 9-year-old doing it on their own, up to an elderly person, to anybody. Which makes it a little hard because, are you going to make it easy or more hard? And so that I had to sort of learn exactly where that should fall in on that. So that's just a little bit of a learning curve from being early on.
I completely get it. Like early text adventures, you mentioned Infocom and certainly adventure, certainly Colossal Cave, for instance. The bread and butter of early games was to put as many obstacles in your face so that you could, prolong the experience. It wasn't uncommon to spend years and years trying to work out.
When it came to Phantasmagoria, you said it was a snap, and I'm assuming you mean that was easy.
It was.
And the reason for that is that, and I did that deliberately, because I wanted more people to experience adventure gaming, and Phantasmagoria was not something deliberately made for the hardcore gamer, adventure gamer who really wants challenges. It was made to try to get more people involved in computer gaming in general, of mature audiences.
People who like orange shirts.
Orange shirts?
What's this? No, Adrian is wearing an orange shirt throughout the entire game.
Yeah. Well, there's reasons for that.
I know, continuity.
Actually, there is one scene where she is not wearing that.
Oh,
She's wearing a little nightie.
Yes.
Have you read that?
The famous rap scene where she busts out a good move and
But no, there's a reason why she's always wearing an orange shirt. It's because we had to film the actress doing all kinds of scenes, and even just scenes, just walking, sitting, standing up, fidgeting, there's all kinds of scenes that we had to use over and over and over and over again for her. And if we had her changing outfits for, is it next day?
Yeah.
How many is it next week? I mean, when is it?
And we're already on 7 CDs.
Like this time, there's this time thing like that we didn't want to get involved with. And then we'd have to then we'd have to record her doing in this outfit and then that outfit and this outfit and that. So, I mean, that was just practicality.
By the way, if you don't know, the actress who played Adrienne and the actor who played Curtis in Phantasmagoria 2 have actually started playing Sierra games on a YouTube channel together. And they're actually playing Phantasmagoria.
Really?
It's amazing.
That actually got me.
Fast.
I got a little scared.
Really
That was good. I got a little jolt.
nice kitty.
That's cool. I would watch that.
I'd watch that.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's
Is
fantastic.
it really?
Yes, it's fantastic. So, Ken.
Ken.
Hi. So, what was it that you missed about programming Eurogames? Because, you started out being a programmer and then you transitioned into the whole CEO life.
Yeah.
And then that thing got big and then it fell apart. And then what made you go back to the programming well?
Let's going to be serious for a moment, I guess. What's weird about this game is the whole reason I wanted to do a game is because at Sierra, it got so big that I became a bureaucrat. I never had any time for creativity or coding or any of those things. I was always jealous of everybody that worked for us. Roberta gets to have all the fun, and I was stuck producing spreadsheets and writing on airplanes to go tell people to get to work. And that's only fun for like the first day. And after that, you spend all of your time wishing you were the guy that got to create a game or write some code. So I started this with a project that I was going to be able to design myself and code myself. And then Marcus got involved, and that took away half the fun. And then suddenly,
now we're back.
Bigger and bigger. And at some point, about a month ago, it kind of crossed over where it was clear there was no time for me to even write code anymore.
Oh, no, we're back.
All of a sudden, I'm right back in the Sierra days being a corporate jerk, I guess you'd say, where I spend all my time in the morning organizing and logisticing and
doing interviews with idiots.
Whining and bitching about the budget, doing interviews and everything except for the fun stuff. I miss in a way when I was writing my book because even Roberta didn't know I was working on the book till it was almost done.
Yeah.
It was a once in a while you just want to you want to be able to get down in the ditches and do stuff yourself, and I kind of miss that. Maybe if I do another game after this, I'll keep it secret or something for a while. And so
better not tell me or Marcus what it is.
Don't tell Roberta or Marcus. They'll.
Have you considered
stay in a hole by yourself?
I mean, have you considered hiring a CTO? Like I'm the programmer now. You run the company. I'll do the fun shit.
The problem is it's like when Roberta and I ride in the car and she'll say, "Can I drive?" And I'll be worn out, but there's there's a part of my personality that wants to drive. It's hard to let somebody, I don't mind.
Yeah, I got that.
But ultimately I like to be the guy in charge. And I want it all, I guess you'd say. I want to be able to do the creative part and the programming part and the managing part. And that's not always realistic. So
not enough hours in the day.
Yeah, not enough hours in a day. And originally, the game was going to be a small indie project, and it's not now. It's like a real live AAA title. I don't know if I'd use the word AAA, but it's certainly AA and maybe AAA.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look at the original source code, and it was, I don't know what it is, maybe 1,500 lines of code or something. Yeah, we'll have that for animating one character. It's this is a monster game.